Wow. Look at. Nè mình đi hôm bữa đó, nó dỡ cái cầu lên á. Thì đó mới coi cái trụ à.
And that green bench in the very back is the only padded seat on the boat. There you go. Watch your step. Welcome aboard. Good to go. Watch your step.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shut it down. Stupid idea.
Hi.
She put it on you.
I thought you wanted to be on the video. Chùm từ đầu tới chân.
All right, we're going to play a little bit of music. We're going to get out here in the Gulf of Okalachi and we're going to see if we can't spot ourselves a couple of fins. And if you guys see fins, point at them and shout them out. We don't see all of them, but we're pretty good at picking them out.
And as we're cruising around, just no running on the boat, no standing on the benches, and please don't sit on the backs of the benches. That changes the railing height the Coast Guard requires. And if you got any phone calls, videos, video games, movies, music, FaceTime with Gam Gam in Ohio, just keep those on silent for the courtesy of your fellow guests. I want everybody to be able to enjoy their trip as well. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shout them out.
Có mấy con sao coi kìa, không thấy gì á, đang về với biển mà. Nghĩ lên bơi trên biển mà thấy bơi như nào, sợ thôi. Coi nè. Dạ. Nó bay xà xuống rừng nước rồi cái nó dội dãy. Ok. John Past Village and Boardwalk.
So the international call for dolphins. Here, dolphin, 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 dolphin. Usually works. You never know when or where they're gonna pop up. You got dolphin? Hi. All right, you owe Captain Darren and I a beer. Just kidding.
We're on our way to find some dolphins. This house is for sale right here. Right off the beach.
If you guys want a vacation house, this house off to the left is for sale. I think they're asking $9 million for it.
Oh, it's only
With a,
$9
mini
million.
golf course up on it.
Only $9 million.
I don't know anything about real estate.
Well, it has a swimming pool in the front too. Nice.
See how shallow it is off to the right. See that cabin cruiser over there? Yeah, it's sitting on the sand. That boat, actually, that boat is, he's not sinking, he's sunk. That's the bottom. That's how shallow it is over there. A couple weeks ago, he ran into a couple of channel markers and then he beached it over there. Pretty sure it's abandoned now. It's going to cost more to remove that boat than that boat is worth. So off to the left, you see that yellow house that's burned out. That happened during Hurricane Helene. We saw about 8 feet of storm surge, so all these houses had about 4 feet of water. They evacuated, but they never turned off the breaker, so if you're going to evacuate, turn your breaker off.
Oh, wow.
You see this house that looks like a lighthouse, too, off to the left. Check out his dock. He's got a machine gun right up the slow wake side. Don't speed past his house. Welcome to Florida.
Slow down. no what? No weight? For real? He got a machine gun in his front of the house. Or land for sale. These houses are pretty.
Good. Notice these little buoys floating around off to the left. These are all crab traps. We're right in the middle of our very popular stone crab season. That runs mid-October through mid-May.
Stone crab season? Oh, these are crab traps. These houses are nice.
You guys are checking out this gold yacht off to the left. That's 1998. I think it's 80 feet long. That's worth a few mil. Almost 30 years old. It's called 007.
Oh,
Got three 1200 horsepower motors. So that guy, so you see the boat up on the lift with the four motors? That's a Statement. That guy owns Statement Boat Works. Those boats are built up in Clearwater.
cái nhà đẹp hơn hả? Nice house.
You guys are going to notice all the seawalls off to the left. A lot of people don't know this, but the owners of the houses are responsible for maintaining those walls, and if they need to replace it altogether, it's about $1,000 per foot. All out-of-pocket expense. You can't turn it in on insurance. Notice these boats off to the left. That's about a $2 million boat. It's got three 600 horsepower V12s. So they got to keep up with the neighbors. So they bought a 40-foot Midnight Express with quad 400s. It's another $2 million.
Oh my god.
Each of those boats is worth more than most of these single stories out here. Original single story homes.
Dang. That thing's $2 million.
Can't imagine having a $2 million
Mấy cái đó nó
toy.
2 triệu đồng á.
$2 million home and the other one is $4 million.
Triệu đồng rồi đó. Nhiều khi còn mắc hơn cái nhà đó, mắc hơn cái nhà. Ủa cái nhà này đẹp quá hả? Nè mấy cái tàu vậy nè.
Yeah, if you guys see a dog run out at the end of the dock barking at the water, very good chance there's going to be a dolphin nearby. Dogs can actually hear the underwater communication of the dolphins.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you see a dog barking at the water, look around, there's probably going to be a dolphin. So all this land off to the left, this is all man-made island. This is Crystal Isle, part of Madeira Beach. So many years ago, some real estate developers came through here and they used a method called dredge and fill. So the first step was to build all these seawalls. Then they dredged out all the various canals and waterways, pumped that sediment on the other side of the walls. After a few decades, they were able to start building on this land. Back in the late 50s, early 60s, you could have picked up a parcel of land, had a house built, and been all in for about $30,000.
Not now.
Slightly different price today. These days, you might be able to find a single-story original house that's either completely gutted or it's going to need torn down for about $1 million or so. So if anyone has a DeLorean, let me know. Fire it up. Let's go back in time.
There's the pirate. The pirate's
Off to the left, you'll see that house with the green rooftop. You'll notice the Salt Life logo on the front of the house. That's one of the CEOs of Salt Life. That house is for sale. They're asking $3.6 million. It's nice and calm out here today, so should be able to see anything that pops up. You guys spot those dolphins first, let us know. We'll go check them out. These buildings up ahead of us, that's the VA hospital.
Oh,
It's the second largest VA in the whole country, second only to one in San Diego. The ones with all free and open to the public. It's so big they have their own fire department, zip code, and so as we're cruising along, yeah, just make sure you look down these canals. They're just as likely to be down the canals as they are out here in the main water. So before Hurricane Wilma, there were many empty lots around here. So every empty lot you see there is an original home that had been torn down. So these days you can't buy a single-story home, tear it down, and rebuild another single story. You have to be up at least 10 feet for flood codes. So what a lot of people are doing are taking their original single-story homes, jacking them up, and building walls underneath. That basically eliminates your flood insurance and it keeps your property tax at the original structure's level. If you tear it down and rebuild a 3-4 story home, your property tax will go through the roof.
Que a veces miras tú ahí los manantiales, tal cual es
¿Qué cosa?
So he did not park that there. The storm did. Somebody had bought it a few months prior.
Oh my
and
goodness.
They didn't have it tied down well. That boat moved here over 2 miles it traveled, ended up in his yard right where it sits now. So he decided to scrape the barnacles off of it, paint it, and make up the weather
bote
moss
se
we
le
have.
subió arriba del pasto.
That last part was not true.
Ahí lo dejó. Qué hermoso la casa. Ahora, ¿qué estoy hablando?
Esta de acá son diferentes, esas no son las de caras como las de allá.
Claro.
sun goes down, they get carried off that island by about 1 trillion mosquitoes. Low tide, you can walk to the end of these docks and still only be maybe in waist deep water. So they got to keep them this long to keep water under their boats. I feel bad these rich people have to walk so far to get down to their boats. They just go to their smaller boat because they keep their yachts over at the yacht clubs over here. Florida people, you guys are familiar with Cain's Furniture, this blue estate. That's the owners of Cain's Furniture. Their daughter owns that house there. It's probably $7-8 million house. They have about $27 worth of chicken wire around the fence. Gotta save $1 somewhere, I guess. I've never seen any chickens back there. Maybe it's peacock wire. Very unusual to not see dolphins this far in. Yeah, I'm sure you guys noticed there's not a lot of seawalls over here. That's because this is the original natural waterfront properties, unlike the man-made islands over in Treasure Island and the Deer Beach. These are all the original waterfront properties. This is the largest in the Park Street area in Jungle Prado. Building on the left is the main house. Building on the right, lower level, 10-car garage. Upstairs from there is the guest quarters. Property taxes alone over there is about $120,000 a year. Previous owner is a man in his mid-60s who lived there all by himself.